everyone, this is Mahaja Bimbalar from Pakistan, and you're watching my YouTube channel Insani Itihad, which aims to invoke a little bit of humanity in all of us through awareness and understanding. And I know I had promised and said in my yesterday's video that I will be uploading a video that I made a few days ago in regards to our world's favorite family, the Rothschild, but I thought that I should save it for the coming week, and I should share another great story about revolving around Shabbat, and it's about a very sweet couple, and this was shared by Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson, and he refers to, he said that this is connected with Baal Shem Tov, who was a great tzaddikim in the Hasidic world, and a great Jewish scholar from Ukraine, the eastern parts of then USSR. So this is a story about this old couple who unfortunately didn't have any children, but this man who was a bookbinder and was from humble background, and he had a small book binding store, and he used to make his earning from there, probably in the Eastern European, Eastern Russian, Eastern European side. So he loved Shabbat so much. So what he used to do, and he had this habit for his entire life, that he would save up for Shabbat, and he would save the most from his earning for Shabbat, so that he could have a very lavish and amazing meal on the Shabbat night, and he would welcome Shabbat like a king. So, but there was this time in his life that his business was not going well. So one Thursday he spoke to his wife, and he said that, honey, I used to save up for Shabbat from my earning, but unfortunately my business has been very, very bad. So this week I haven't made anything at all, and I won't be able to bring much for Shabbos. So I'm feeling really, really bad, and such a sad thing. So his wife is like so sad also, but she cheers him up and says, it's okay, we had Shabbat meals, wonderful Shabbat meals, and it has been Baruch Hashem, a very good life with you. So it's okay if we don't have very good Shabbos in our lives in this trying times. It's fine. So anyway, he goes to work for the next morning, Friday, and his wife, like as usual, like every week, she cleans up the home for Friday, because she has to make all she does whatever. And while she is cleaning up for house, she finds her old coat, and this coat has gold buttons. So what she does is that she takes those gold buttons, and she goes to the goldsmith, sells them off, and buys all the things that she needs for a lavish meal of Shabbat for her husband. She comes back home, she prepares the meal, she gets, like this perfect, Shabbat, cleans up the home, and, prepares a meal, and wonderful. And her husband, he, after work and after everything, he enters the home, and he sees that, this great light, the candles, the food smells amazing, and he says that, oh my God, it's a miracle. He was coming back home, and he was depressed that I'm going to go home, there won't be enough or lavish food, or I don't know if there are any candles or lamps to light up for Shabbos. And he was actually coming home depressed, and when he entered the home, it was just so lit up with light and happiness and food, and his wife is like smiling and welcoming him for Shabbat, and he says, how did this happen? I didn't have any money. You didn't. Did you save up, or what happened? And then she tells him that, I was cleaning the house and I found this coat, and this is how and then he's like so happy, and he eats the food, and then he dances with his wife, not once, not twice, but thrice. And then he narrates this story to Baal Shem Tov, and Baal Shem Tov says that in that night when you and your wife were having that meal, and you were so happy, and you welcomed Shabbat with such love, such devotion, and such such passion, that even the heaven danced when you two were dancing. So I actually loved this story so much, and it's such an inspiration for all the young couples who are going through maybe some financial turbulence. And most of the times, when the young people who are early in their relationships, and they're going through, now it's the trend of both people working. So if somebody is not working or lost their job, or any financial issues or any hardships that they face, it's really easier for them to give up on their relationship, or give up on their pursuit of happiness and togetherness. But here is this old couple who is with the most humblest backgrounds, and they hardly make any sufficient amount to sustain, but they save up for Shabbat. They make sure that they enjoy every bit of blessing of Shabbats together with the meal. This woman found these gold buttons from her coat. She could have just easily sold those gold buttons and buy something, a nice dress for herself, and like those Egyptian women who used to beautify this. She could have easily felt that, okay, my husband is like depressed, so I'm going to do, I'm going to go sell these gold buttons and get a manicure, pedicure, and hairdo, and buy a nice dress and make him feel good about me, and if I'm looking good, we can have a very good time. She could have thought in that direction too, but because she truly loved her husband, and she truly knew her husband, and that's why I love this word. Whenever this closeness and this intimacy is reflected in Torah, it's translated, and Yaakov knew Rachel, or Yaakov knew Leah, or Isaac knew Rebecca, or that no word. They knew each other. Adam knew Chava. So this whole thing, or Chava knew Adam. So I think this analogy, this word, fits perfectly. She truly knew her husband. She knew that if I would dress up and look nice and do manicure and pedicure or whatever, it will not make my husband happy. She knew her husband, that her husband's happiness is in welcoming Shabbat, in that Shabbat meal, in that Shabbat lights, in the candles, in that whole thing. So since she knew her husband, she knew that the things that would make him happy, and she tried to do that. Instead of beautifying herself, she beautified the whole ambience and beautified their relationship. It was much, and I think that's what it is meant to be said. Sometimes people say those women, those Jewish women, beautified themselves. It's like they beautify themselves in a way that they know their husband, and they do what makes them happy and makes them feel good about themselves, feel good about their wives, and feel good about their homes. So they get, spend time at home, and they feel good, and they dance, and they laugh. So I think for me, this was a very, very inspirational story. And I think inspiration should be drawn by so many of the young couples who are going through challenges, not just financial challenges, but even sometimes it's really hard to connect with the other person. And then some people don't even realize how to connect with the other, and people do really want to connect with their significant other or their special other, but at times they don't know how to connect to their their husband or their girlfriend or their whatever, whoever they are intending to share their life with. So I think that this story is a very wonderful story, that we must know our partners, we must know what makes them happy, and we must do whatever we can or whatever is in our power to make sure that they're happy, and provide those small happinesses. And I think Shabbat is a great time to get close to each other, talk to each other, share a meal, and have this blessed time. And because Hashem is not doing anything but actually looking for these lovely couples who just invite divinity into not only into their homes and on their tables, but also in their bedrooms, and invite them into their relationships, in their intimacy. And I think wherever the intimacy is blessed with the divine light or divine presence, I think it's a beautiful thing. So Shabbat Shalom. I'm actually a bit late for Shabbat, but I would upload it after I would do my things and upload this video. I hope whoever is lighting a candle on Shabbat and doing great stuff in Shabbat and observing Shabbat have a blessed Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, and whoever who are not celebrating Shabbat, have a great weekend. Stay blessed, stay happy, and get inspired. Thank you.